Learning English as an introvert is so weird because you want to improve your English, but you don't want to speak to anyone. Back in high school, I was so introvert, like way more than I am right now. I'm a little bit better now, but after all the experience I had with exchange and moving to another country and experience new culture, I've changed a lot. But in school, I was so shy. I wouldn't talk to anyone. I wouldn't have any friends. Basically, I would spend the break on my own at school. I would be that kid that wouldn't raise their hand for anything. And I would be praying to God, please, for the teacher not choose me to answer the questions. I would always sit in at the front of the class and it just being on my own and not talking to anyone because I didn't have the courage or I didn't want to bother anyone. So I was just on my own in my own peace. And being an introvert in an extroverted world is hard because you have to communicate, you have to have networking in order to get help from people, in order to get better jobs, to get friends. Basically, you need to communicate with everyone. If you don't communicate, you kind of get behind society and people who are improving themselves every day. Due to that, my English hasn't got as much good as I wish it was. Because of this, you have to be communicating with everyone, especially when you're speaking in English. You have to communicate with people in order to get better at speaking, which is the most important skill in English, is speaking, be able to speak and express yourself to everyone in order to get the things you want, you know? As an introvert, I would be listening to music every day, only English songs at home. I would be watching some series in English and then translate the captions and the lyrics from the musics all day, like every day. But that wouldn't improve my speaking skill, which was the most important skill for me because I wouldn't talk in English, like I would know English, but I wouldn't be able to speak, which is the most important thing, and it's the reason why people study English because they won't speak English and you're not speaking. So I decided that I would get myself out of my comfort zone. I enrolled a course, an English course, and I was obligated to talk to everyone basically because in the class you have to communicate. So you need to make yourself get out of the comfort zone and go there and socialize, talk a little bit with people. It doesn't have to be every day. You don't have to hang out with them. You don't have to leave your house every single day. You just socialize, you know. You're sociable. You're introverted, but you're sociable. You can talk to people. Get this first step. Start doing this, enroll a course or find a English group online. Doesn't have to be in person as long as you're talking to people. After I had enrolled the course, my communication skills got way better. I was talking to people, I made some friends, but I made sure that those friends and that group of friends was just in the course area. I wouldn't hang out with them out of the course, but I would socialize with them every time I would go to the course. My English got way better. I was able to talk in English. That was another problem, which was we were talking more in our language, our native language, Portuguese, than we were talking in English. We would be like just talking the essential, like, hi, how are you? What's your name? How old are you? What are you doing? Where are you going? So we wouldn't go it wouldn't go out of there, you know? We're just gonna be in this small niche of just getting to know, and then conversations will die in English for us. When I realized that, it's when I had a big dream of moving to another country. I always had a dream, but it seems like that dream was literally like in the back of my mind. I wasn't focused on that dream, but after I enrolled the English course, that dream kind of switched something in my mind and it just came back to my focus, and I just started working really hard and focusing on that dream of moving to another country, an English speaking country, so that I would practice my English every day. So that made me be ambitious enough to go save money and focus and put all my energy on that, which was the craziest choice I ever made, because how an introvert guy is gonna live abroad in another country. He doesn't know anyone there. He wouldn't talk to anyone because he doesn't want to talk. He's introvert, and all this stuff. It's mad to think. As an introvert, I did all of this. I achieved all of these dreams, and still surviving, and still I made it. I'm here. I still don't have many friends here, like basically zero. I don't hang out with friends. So I have friends which I talk to sometimes, like once in a blue moon, but friends to hang out with, I don't actually have it. I'm introverted, like at the point of, as long as I don't know the person, I'm not gonna create any contact. I'm not gonna create any feelings, and I'm not gonna be myself as a fully myself to strangers. As soon as I get some kind of comfort and feeling of that I'm safe with that person, I'm gonna open up, and that person's gonna know myself completely, know who I am and how is my personality and everything, which I think I'm a lovely person, by the way. Just a few people get to know the version of me because I basically don't get out of my house. If you want to speak English and improve your English as an introvert, you gotta go out of your bubble. You gotta get speaking to people. Pay a course, enroll a course. Doesn't have to be a paid course if you can find a group that is free. But I personally think if you pay something, if you pay a course, you're gonna give more value to that thing. So I did more than 4 English courses completely. Like, in those courses was like 1 year long, and I would talk to some people, and I made some connections, some friends, and my English speaking communication just flown away, just literally blown up. If you're an introvert, please like this video, subscribe, share. Thank you for watching if you watched the whole video through.